What's up, YouTube? My name is Uncle Smokey, and this is Uncle Smokey Stock Trades. Before I start this video, I would like to say I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own DD. Today we're going to talk about ticker symbol MMAT, Metamaterials Inc. We're going to look at the TA, we're going to go over the options chain, we're going to go through Ortex, Fintel, and then at the end of the video, just a quick announcement. This is going to be a little bit of a short video as we do have a 3-day weekend ahead, and I plan on doing another video on Monday before the market opens. So today we opened up at $5.70, about 20 cents higher than I really wanted to open. I would like to have opened up at $5.50. That way it would have put us a little closer to that level where we closed. We hit an immediate high of $6.42, which means we went absolutely parabolic for the first few minutes of trading. In fact, we traded over 40 million in volume for the first, I don't know what it was, half hour, 45 minutes or something like that. We hit a low of $5.19 and wound up closing out the day at my predicted level on the dot of $5.50. Now, once we did hit that parabolic movement up, we did an immediate retracement, but again, like I'd said before, when we do a retracement, we're not retracing off of the point from here. Not when it's a morning breakout. We're retracing all the way back to here. All right. So we did almost a 100% retracement because we did close the day out yesterday at, well, let's look, $5.37. We retraced all the way back to $5.40 right there. Okay. Once we hit that point, we bounced and then came back down again and basically followed the chart as I said it would have followed in my bear prediction. Now, remember guys, it is Friday, so naturally we should expect a bear prediction to come to fruition, just mainly because of the day alone. Not to mention, we did have the jobs report that was happening today. So that was going to affect the overall market as a whole, just because anytime the Fed speaks or has any kind of anything, really, the overall market suffers a little bit. Also, we suffered some short selling. We actually suffered a heck of a lot of it. Not so much in here. Yes, this was short selling, but this was needed. But once we got down into here, we started seeing some short attacks, okay? And I don't want to say it was outrageous, but it was still shorting nonetheless, and a lot of it was malicious, down from this, basically this level on. What else did I want to cover here? Oh, so we did finish up today, 2.5% up on the day, 85 million in volume in total, and overall since about 10 trading days ago when we were at $2.80, we are trading up 95% on the overall stock. So from 280 to now, we're up 95%. That's absolutely fantastic, Meta. And just to let you know, that was all organic stair-stepping movement. We had a little bit of parabolicism every now and then, but if you pull back and you look at this. There's 280, right? Step up, step up, step up, and now we're making that next step up, okay? And the other thing I want to show you, if you look at this chart right now, it's a very technical chart. And if you were to pull up a Fibonacci, in fact, let's do it together. And let's go from, well, hell, let's start at the beginning. Let's go from 280 and go up to the initial peak of the initial run-up, right? It won't cooperate there. So we had a pullback of 50% in total right here before it made its next run. Now let's go ahead and move that over to here where it made its next run. We'll take this. Let's see what we got. Just past the 61% retracement. We won't even consider this a true breakdown, really, because it came right back. So we'll call it the 61.5% retracement to there. Now let's pull this down. If you're not seeing the pattern yet, take that to there. I'll move this one to the next base. Right there. 61% retracement. Look at where we're at. We did it here. We did it here. We came to only 50 here, but still 50 to 61%. I'm always saying that is a retracement level. The 50% to 61% are bounce levels. If you break past 61% retracement, you're not going to bounce. You're just going to keep retracing. That's general rule of thumb. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just pointing out a pattern that I'm seeing here. If you, again, pull up the retracements, it's not an absolute technical definite, but from what I'm seeing is we could be looking at in the next day or two, trading day or two, another technical breakout, making our next leg up, making another, oh, geez, this chart. It's killing me today, guys. It's killing me today. Making another higher high and a higher low. See how we're doing that? Here is a low, a high. A low, which is higher than the previous low, and then a high, a low higher than the previous low, a high, a low higher than the previous low, right? And then it's traded sideways, a high, and now we're making our low that's higher than the previous low. Let's get this Fibonacci retracement out of there. Okay, there we go. So now we've made our high, another high, and we've made our low that's higher. There we go. Now we can actually see it, right? Right. All right, so we've covered the charts, just basically showing you that I'm seeing a pattern forming, and we're going to have another one, I feel, in the next couple of trading days. Let's move to the options chain. Options, 98,000 calls. First time I'm looking at it with you guys. 98,672 calls, 7,315 puts, guys. That is a total of 106,000 options traded today. IV is at a staggering 215%. Yeah, we broke out. When you have an options day like today, where it was just absolutely insane, and this was mostly first thing in the morning, and then after it came down, you usually saw a lot of contracts traded again in just a buy zone. So let's go back to the chart. I want to show you what I mean by that. Let's go to the day chart. So first thing in the morning when the market opened, you probably saw a quick buy on options contracts, and it was probably a heavy buy, and I didn't get to watch it because, again, I'm at work all day. I can't watch everything. And when that happened, when this parabolic movement happened, the options chain went parabolic as well. The IV shot up, delta shot up, which we talked about delta in my last in my live video. But the delta is basically how much you'll get paid every time the stock goes up $1. So delta probably spiked up, and you saw a huge options sell-off. A lot of calls got sold, and that was up in this area, right? Once the stock came back down and settled down, I promise you a lot more options were bought back up because the IV came back down to a lot more of a comfortable level, and that allowed for traders to go in and scoop up call options at a much lighter premium. All right, back to what we were doing. We're done with this. Or text. Let's hit refresh. Let's make sure we don't have any new data. No new data. Let's click our buttons. Utilization, on loan, average days on loan. There we go. All right, so average number of days on loan is currently 18.37 days on loan. That is the average number of days that these short positions have held their shares physically on loan. Now remember, this company is not very old. I mean, yeah, the company itself is old, but it only approached the market a couple of months ago. So the fact that we're still showing an 18 to 20 days on loan with our short positions, that's absolutely bullish for us. Not so much for the short positions, but for us. As their loans go out later, their cost to borrow becomes more expensive. As the stock gets harder to borrow, the cost to borrow becomes more expensive. You know, things like that. So currently we're sitting at 96.5% utilized. Remember, this is 85% of the exchanges reported worldwide. This is not every single exchange, so we need to take this with a grain of salt, and we need to understand that this is not 100% accurate. Cost to borrow is at about 3%. Days to cover is about 1 day. And the shares on loan has gone up to about 30 million shares showing that our current estimated short interest is about 9.25%. Whew, that was a lot. And then, yeah, we had a small change today, basically flat, but very small, and that's on the upwards trajectory. So showing that the shorts did not cover. They may have returned a few shares, but they have not covered their positions. And also keep in mind, torch shorts aren't going to cover until the divvy. And again, my opinion, I'm pretty sure Sterling is on that opinion as well. And I do believe Terry is also sharing the same opinion. So we're pretty confident that you won't see a dividend until at least, you won't see a torch covering until at least the dividend. Now, with that being said, with the dividend being said, this Oil Co. thing, I don't still know a whole lot about it. I've been actually digging back into the torch acquisition paperwork. If you read a little bit deeper into it, I don't have the thing pulled up here, but it states in there at one point that if the land mineral rights don't go sold, that the land mineral rights will turn into a company. And again, I haven't gotten deep into it yet. I just happen to remember something about that, and I'm trying to spot it. So don't quote me on it 100% yet, but I think this was kind of already planned out in the beginning, that if the land couldn't sell, then this would have to happen per the bylaws of said contract. So I'm going to keep digging into that whole situation, and that might help shed some light on this whole Oil Co. Holdings situation with the Torchlight lands. Let's move on to Fintel. So let's hit refresh. Refresh. See, they're not showing the same days to cover. They're only showing a half a day, where Vortex is showing 1 day. Looks like our short squeeze score is still staying up there. We're at 83.62%. And as of now, we have no shares available to be lent out to be shorted. Now, mind you, it is 9 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time, so they're not out there shorting anyway. Let's see here. No, not NA. We know why. There's none available, so they can't tell us what it would cost. Oh, looky here. Already updated for the day. Holy crap. So, positive day, green day. All of these days have been green days with the exception of, which one was it? This one, right? So, was it that one? Or was it that one? I can't remember. Anyway, this is today's data. Over 52% was short volume from FINRA, and it was 54% of the combined volume was short. Not to mention, I didn't even bring it up. There it is. Our dark pool volume being at 42 million. What? Hang on. It did it again. So we had 80. How much? 80 million in volume? 85 million in volume. 42,600,000 in dark pool volume. 46,600,000. 46 and 42. Isn't that 48? And then if you add all this stuff, that's about 49. I'm still missing 4 million, and that's about been the variance every single day. We're missing shares. Where are all these shares going? I see 42 million in dark pools, and then I come over here and I see 46 million in FINRA, but we only traded 85 million in total. We're missing 4 to 5 million shares. Where did they go? I don't know. Maybe that's all this stuff. I don't know. This is, by the way, this is options volume. This is not short volume. Or I'm sorry, this is not shares volume. This is options volume. The Chicago Options Exchange. And this is only 300,000, so that doesn't account for any of that. Just kind of pointing that out. All right, so our short sales transactions, of course, this is for the second. Let's hit refresh. See if we got any third data in yet. Oh, they're starting to get it in there. They don't have it all, though. This is only a few. There's no way in heck that that's all they got. All right, so here's what happened yesterday. 408 transactions. Now, remember, this is only short transaction of $5,000 or more. And they shorted 916,000 shares back into the market at $4,785,888. And I kind of did the math, and that was at a dollar cost average of $5.22, which kind of lines up with where we were trading yesterday. All right, so that's basically covering absolutely everything I wanted to cover today as far as the overall technicals go with the stock, covering some chart analysis and whatnot. The last thing I want to cover, first and foremost, make sure you go and see some Chunk DD. He's going to have a little bit of information about that oil co. You've got Reddit here for him. You can also go to the Telegram site. Of course, I will pin that link in the description of my video. Also, MMATR. We are going to be doing a live Q&A on Sunday. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go. Don't know if we're going to be doing a video session or what, or if it's just going to be type in and type out. I'm not too sure. But that will be Sunday, 5 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have Terry, you're going to have Sterling, and you're going to have myself, as well as of course, all of the MMATR board people. Now, with that being said, you're not going to get a prediction from me until Monday. I will be releasing a video on Monday, hopefully having a little bit more information about this Oil Co. company holdings thing, and maybe a little bit more DD on the Torch assets. If you do remember correctly, I have been saying for a couple of weeks now, probably a month and a half actually, that the main thing we've been waiting on was to hear about the Hazel project. Once we know whether that has been completed, that's going to help lead us into where the Torch sale is going to go. Now, of course, with this Oil Co. holdings situation, that could be changing absolutely everything, and I won't know until I dig deep and do my DD. With that being said, like, subscribe, and do what you got to do. Comment below for the algorithms, and make sure you go and watch Terry and Sterling. I know they've both got videos out. I'm getting ready to go watch them now myself. Peace.